Yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn Show, man. Today is September the 7th. Tons of action on the board for today. Outside of the 3 WNBA games, there are games, of course, in the NFL. NFL is back. We've seen 2 already. I'll give you guys a couple looks that I'm on as far as NFL goes as well towards the end of the show. But primarily, we'll talk through the WNBA slate as we finish up. Only a couple games left, so let's do just that. Yesterday, didn't make any official bets, but the 2 that we talked about on the live show did go 2-0. Tina Charles absolutely dominated the matchup with Alyssa Thomas and went up and over her points plus rebounds with just her points alone. So hopefully you guys were able to make some money if you enjoyed the analysis on that. And then the other one was the Valkyries plus the 7. It got a little sweaty there because the Valkyries fouled late and they probably don't end up covering. The Lynx were locked in defensively in that game, and they really slowed the Valkyries offense down, which I thought that they could, but I didn't know. I just couldn't trust it with how many games they got left. But they did show that they needed to bounce back, and they did in a big way against the Valkyries last game. So let's jump into it for today. As always, man, hit the like button for me on the way in. Definitely helps out the show, the algorithm, all that good stuff. So we'll start off with Jackson. 1-1 split yesterday. You hate to see the loser on Alyssa Thomas over her 18.5 rebounds because she finished. She got hooked. 18 is what she finished with. I think she had 10 boards and 8 assists, or 8 boards and 10 assists. And then Satu Sabli over her 4.5 rebounds was an easy winner. I think she had 4 at halftime. So 1-1 day for Jackson yesterday. Today, Jackson likes, and the link is in the description if you guys want to check Jackson out. Jackson likes. First off, we'll go Dearica Hamby over her 17.5 points it is. So Dearica Hamby over her 17.5 points. Let me just get to the analysis here. Let's see. Okay, so Dearica Hamby has been on an absolute scoring tear. She set the over 17.5 points in 80% of her last 5 games, averaging a robust 21 points. This is impressive, consistent. This impressive consistency extends over her last 10 games. She's also hit 80% over her last 10 games, maintaining a 21.0 average over her last 20 games. She's cleared the mark in 70% of her contests as well, averaging 20.2. So all of those numbers match up, man. It says when facing the Dallas Wings, Hamby has historically performed exceptionally well. Last season, she hit the over in 100% of her matchups, averaging 22. The Wings defense against her position ranks 13th, which is the worst in the league. So yeah, she should be able to exploit the matchup. So that's the first look on Dearica Hamby over 17.5 points. Next up, we have Jackie Young over 24.5 points plus rebounds and assists. So PRA for Jackie Young. It says that she's been a dynamic force for the Las Vegas Aces, consistently stuffing the stat sheet. She set the over on her combined points, rebounds, and assists in 60% of her last 5 games, averaging 27. Her performance over her last 10 games is even stronger, average 70% hit rate, averaging 26.3 points, rebounds, and assists. Looking at her last 20 games, she's cleared the line in 65% of her performances as well, averaging 25.95 points, rebounds, and assists. So her the matchup analysis says that her recent form is backed by her outstanding performance against the Chicago Sky this season. In their season matchup this year, she hit the over 100% of her games, recording an impressive 32 points, rebounds, and assists. The Sky's defense, we know, is terrible. They rank 13th, indicating a favorable matchup. At least a neutral matchup that aligns perfectly with Jackie Young's recent output and her dominant historical performance against the Chicago Sky. Her ability to be able to contribute across multiple categories makes it a high confidence pick. So those are the 2 looks for Jackson. Could not talk anybody off either one of those. They make a ton of sense. Let's jump into the matchups. We'll try to be quick. We'll try to be efficient with our time. First up, we got the Fever and the Mystics. Game will be played in DC today. This line opened with the Mystics getting 6.5 points at the crib. We take a quick look at the injury report. I think JC Sheldon is the only person that's on it. Yeah, she's the only person that's on it. She hasn't even played for the Mystics since she's been traded there. So I'm looking at the Fever. They are coming off a strong win. They beat the Sky by 20 in their last game. The Sky turned the ball over a ton of times in that game. I think the Fever ended up with 50 transition points, which is crazy. I don't think I've seen that throughout the whole season, but that's what the Sky will do for you. The Fever are not necessarily that great laying points on the road, though. They're 10 and 11 straight up on the road. I don't think that 6.5 points was what I want to lay with them. I know that the Mystics have been absolutely atrocious recently, but laying 5.5 with the Fever on the road. Now, granted, they need the game. They need to keep. If they win, I think they'll probably knock the Sparks out, and because they're down there at the bottom, 6, 7, 8 position, but they're not in 8th. The Sparks are. So they do need to win. I do think that they can win this game. The Washington Mystics have been looking pretty bad as of late. They've lost 8 in a row, but they have covered 2 in a row. Second straight home game for them. And they are 8-5 against the spread as a home dog this season. Also, when I was looking at the Fever, they've only laid 5 points or more on the road 4 times this season. They're 1-3 against the number, and they win by an average of about 3 points per game. So all the numbers kind of back up Washington. If I'm betting the game, I think that is the side that I want to bet. If I'm betting a player prop in the game, there is one that I really, really like. And let's see if I can find it real quick. So let's go over really quickly to Outlier. Link is in the description if you guys want a 7-day free trial on Outlier. So this is Kiki Ariafin. Kiki Ariafin, points, rebounds, and assists. I think also just her points. If we look at her points, 13.5 is the number. You can see that. Oh, hold on. Now you can see that she's over in 6 of her last 10 games. She is averaging right at 15.5. You can see that number right here. Second straight home game for them as well. I think Kiki Ariafin makes a lot of sense. If we also look at the head-to-head matchups, she's played against them 3 times in her young rookie career. She has crushed them every single time, averaging 18 points. You can see she's up and over the number in every single game so far this season. She's also, I mean, she gets a really good matchup, right? No team in the WNBA gives up more points via post-up, which is where Kiki Ariafin gets busy, than the Indiana Fever. I don't know, man. Let's see. What's her name? Can't think of her name. The center for the Fever. She doesn't do a great job. Leah Boston. That's her name. Leah Boston is not the greatest interior defender, which is why you continue to play on bigs against the Indiana Fever. So I think Kiki is going to get busy to this game. That's the way I'm playing if I'm playing this game. As far as the total goes, I know that the Mystics offense has been absolutely atrocious, but I can't trust the Fever to stop anybody from getting to 78 points. That's way too low in today's WNBA. I know this game's going to be played with pace as well. Both of these teams playing pretty fast. The Fever are not playing a lot of defense at all. So I do lean towards the over as well. Over, and Kiki Ariafin over her 13.5 points would be my 2 best recommendations in this game. Let's go to the next one. We got the Wings and the Sparks. Again, hit the like button for me if you join. As you join, helps out the show, helps out the algorithm. All right, Wings and Sparks. Line is comfortably at 9 for the Sparks. And if you've been, listening to the show for the season, there's no way possible I can lay this big of a number with the Sparks. We look at the injury report. Rakia Jackson's on it. I'm expecting her to be in. Enrique Gumbawale continues to be out for Dallas. Dallas is going to be shorthanded, as they have been in their last few games. But the thing that we've seen with Dallas as of late is I wouldn't say as of late, but they can still be competitive, right? They've covered these teams have played 3 times. The first time the Sparks were in Dallas, and I think they were laying a short number like 3. They were able to win and cover that game. But since then, they've been healthier, and they still haven't been able to cover. Dallas Wings have actually covered the last 2 matchups. If they're getting a big number like this, there's no way I can lay with the Sparks. The Sparks are 5-15 against the spread at home. First game back home off a little Eastern Conference road trip as well. They're 1-9 against the spread in their last 10 games, 3-9 against the spread as a home favorite, and 1-6 against the spread when they're laying more than 5 points this season. So, it feels like a layup for the Wings. The Wings are not a good team, but they do have Paige Beckers, who's been able to keep them in games. She single-handedly kept them in the game in that last game against the Golden State Valkyries. They lost that game by 4, and they were getting a very similar number. I think they were getting 10. So, yeah, this is a game where, it has to be Dallas. I know it's ugly. Dallas is not a great team at all. The Sparks are coming off losses against really, back-to-back losses against a really good Atlanta Dream team that actually, I think, has a chance to win the whole thing as well. So their numbers are going to be a little bit inflated, especially on the defensive end, but they are the worst defensive team, second, third worst defensive team in the WNBA. It's only Dream, and I couldn't talk anybody else on Paige Becker props as well. Next game up, we got the Sky and the Aces. Interesting game here. Melissa Smith is ruled out with a concussion. No Haley Van Lith, and Ariel Atkins is also listed as questionable, which makes this one difficult to cap. Also, Angel Reese is suspended for a half. We'll see what that even means. This is the first of a quick little back-to-back. They play again on Tuesday. That game will be played in LA as well. So Chicago will spend the night at LA. This is a really, really big number, man. It's a super big number. I'm not betting against the Aces right now. They've won 13 in a row, but they've only won those by average of 9.6 points. So they're winning by about 10. This is 17. And the books are just kind of begging you to take the Aces because they think the Sky will be able to keep it within the number. The Sky just lost, just got smoked in their last game by the Fever, and they were on the road in that game. Having only Angel Reese for a half, they probably are going to get smoked in this game in the first half. Man. When the Aces have been laying double digits in this 13-game homestand, they only 1-2 against the number. I remember Connecticut covering a number as well, but I can't get there with the Sky. I think it's way too much turmoil inside the locker room. If Ariel Atkins doesn't play, they'll probably lose this game by 25. I think the Aces can get whatever it is that they want on the offensive end. The team total is like 89.5. I think they should be able to get to 100 if they want to. The Sky, on the other hand, team total is like 71.5, and that's extremely low. I don't know if the Aces care that much about playing defense in this game, but without Angel Reese being there for half, if Ariel Atkins isn't there, like I really just don't know what to do with the game. So I'm not going to talk your head off with this one, but I do think that it probably, if Ariel Atkins plays, I think he can go up and over the number of 161.5. I think, like I said, the Aces can get to 95 points. In the Sky, I guess they should be able to get to about 72. You only need to get to 72. So I would lean over, but it's not anything that I bet. I didn't even make an official graphic for the NFL, but I'll tell you guys what I do like for the NFL. I actually wrote it down while I was doing my research. And there's one thing that I want to share, and then the rest I will not be sharing. I'll just give you guys some quick thoughts on a couple plays that I am going to make. The first one is, let me see if I can find the tab. All right, so let's go over to Give Me the Dog, which is a sports data query site that you guys can utilize if you're interested. Let's zoom in and make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Okay, here we go. All right, so I like the Atlanta Falcons as a home dog in this spot. This trend right here is, so what you see right here, and my face is kind of in the way, but this is looking at road favorites that are laying less than 3 in a divisional game, and it's the first week of the season since 2018. Since 2008. So last 17 years, you can see that they do not do well. 2-7 straight up, 1-7-1 against the number. It's active for the 49ers in the the 49ers in the Seattle Seahawks game as well. And same thing with the Vikings and the Bears as well. It's a very strong trend. I think the Falcons get the job done. They did really, really well against the Buccaneers last season. They swept the series. I know that they don't have the better quarterback in the head-to-head matchup. Like Baker Mayfield was humming and cooking last year. But I don't know, man. Something about divisional games with a short line in week 1. This trend backs it up as well. So I do like Atlanta plus the 1.5. I think that Kyler Murray is also somebody I want to play on. His points plus rebounds. His passing plus rushing yards is at 258. I'm gonna play the over on Kyler Murray as well, and I think he has a really good matchup in that game against the Saints. And then the Raiders, I do think that they'll be able to score against the Patriots. I know they're on the road, but 20.5 is their team total over on DraftKings at -110. I like that number as well. So those are the 3 looks that I'll share with you guys for NFL Week 1. As far as, and I'll put those up so you guys can see them as well. Let me just get back here, go here. Okay. All right. So the 3 NFL looks to be combined with what we just talked about this, right? Indiana, Washington over 160. Kiki Ariafin over 13.5 points. Dallas, only way to take Dallas is plus the points. And then I'm not going to add anything for the Vegas game because Ariel Atkins means that much. In my opinion, I would be looking towards maybe even just Aces first half because they stink without Angel Reese, and if Ariel Atkins doesn't play, I mean the Aces could have a 20-point lead at the end of the first half. So other looks, Atlanta NFL looks, Atlanta plus 1.5. Kyler Murray over 258.5. Passing plus receiving yards. And then Las Vegas, I think the team total over 20.5. I think they can get to 21 points today against the New England Patriots. So those are the looks for today. The 3 NFL looks I did bet. I will be sending these out to the members, but you guys actually got them. We won't get them first because I'll send these out before this video goes live. But the way I'm betting WNBA is at the top, man. Best of luck on whatever it is that you guys are betting. Make sure that you guys check the resources out in the description of the video. Jackson, Outlier, Moneyballer, OddsJam. All of these can be used across NFL in conjunction with NBA, WNBA, MLB, and everything else that you use, man. If you enjoyed the show, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on so you know when these videos drop. And I will catch you guys all in the next one, man. Enjoy your Sunday.